Okay. Hmm. Let's go, zero views. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I wonder. Let's see. Let's see. Can I see? Okay. The one guy watching? It's crazy. How could you possibly click on this video and think that it's anything other than me grinding a fucking... Can I see the comments? No, I cannot. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop this and then restart. Cool. Well, maybe not. One person commented and I can't see it. My bad. I have no idea what I'm doing. So this is incredible. So great. Two viewers? That's crazy. Let's go. That's a new record. Downloading random malware. Making it extra safe. That's what it does, right? While it's downloading, here's the grinder in question. We got a Ryobi brushless motor. Incredible sandpaper on there. Makes it extra toasty. Yes, agree. Sent to my email. Okay, dude. I'm gonna kill someone. I'm kidding. That for legal reasons, I'm not gonna kill anyone. Okay. Copy. Okay. Okay, maybe. Oh no, it's working. Yay! The grinding has just begun. Now I can actually see comments. So that's fun. Okay. Sick. For the, what, 3 of you watching, this is a brushless Ryobi power tool that I got from Home Depot with the money that I don't have. Got some 60 grit sandpaper with the money that I do have. So I'm a proud owner of that sandpaper. Right now, I'm just kind of, putting the thing in here, twisting it around. I've got my piston. Yup. This is what PCBWay sent me. So it's nice and round. Should conform to the inside, but just trying to get it going all the way through. So I've made it about whatever the width of this is. So this is gonna be the best stream anyone has ever made. Though, I wish I could see some more comments. Because right now it just fades away. So I gotta fix it, and I don't know how to do that. So we're gonna use ChatGPT. Yeah. Oh, I can change the duration. Always show. There we go. Okay. Browser. Chat. Cool. URL. Cool. I got it. Delete that. Nice. Okay, now it will just stay there indefinitely over the welder that I also can't afford. It's not mine. It's a friend's, but it's mine now. I practically own it. Let's see. Oh, I guess I'll show y'all. So, let's see. That's not reaching. I've got this thing. I've been stuffing it in here. Just like that. Kind of wiggling it around. What it does is it scuffs the inside surface, because I guess this is harder. And I don't know if you can see it, because I certainly can't. Let me wipe that out and try again. Okay, take 2. Shove it in. Nice and well, and it's already come out of my vise. Oh, yeah. That sounds healthy. going. Okay. Wiggle around. Scuff it up on the inside. And you can see the marks. I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring the light over. You can see the marks that it leaves. And that's what we're grinding down. And I think there's one on this side. So all the way down, 12-inch piece of pipe. The ends don't really matter. Oh, this is so weird. The ends don't really matter, just because there's going to be valves right here. But yeah, that's it. That's what we're doing. So, I don't know how to do music. I don't know if I want to try. Sounds kind of scary. We could do something like 10 hours, freaking, like Byzantine chants. Y'all like Byzantine chants? It'd be great. Fantastic. So you guys come here often? I certainly don't. I just got here. They transported me or something. Okay. So also, if I can't see, more entertaining than the new Stranger Things season, for real. I've heard horrible stuff about it. I like the first one. The second one was okay. The third one was kind of meh. I could not care less for the fourth one. Okay. This is also kind of cool. Let's see. So I'm shining the light down there. And you can see, it's not in focus, but you can see the black parts where it's making contact with the pipe. It's so weird. Okay. Maybe it'll... No. But it's the black parts where it's contacting with the pipe. I can kind of jiggle it around, see what it does, but it's consistently contacting on that top left side. So that's probably where I need to grind down. So I'll be doing that occasionally. Move this a little bit. Perfect. Make sure to rotate it. Nah. No, I'll just be, so it's pretty long. But just depending on where I need to grind, if I need to grind right here on this far side, while I'm rotating, I'll just pull it up like this. So I'll be putting pressure on the opposite side. And in turn, it'll grind on its respective side. So we can actually make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. Nice. Slowly but surely. Getting there. Tis indeed a pipe. I felt horrible buying this from Home Depot. because I also bought like the threaded, like the. Oh, it's not doing it. I also bought one of these. You know, the pre-threaded like pipe ends. 2 of those, and it looks like I was building a pipe bomb. I don't know if y'all were there for the video. That's probably the only reason y'all are here is because y'all saw the video. But I just made a little workbench. I say little, but it's 4 feet by 8 feet. That'll do. Surely that'll stay. It's 4 feet by 8 feet. And I had some donors. And by donors, I mean I forced my brother into buying it for me. So he bought the supplies. He also held some of the legs. It's kind of cool. That and a friend. He's a cool guy. Very helpful. You know, I'm sure I have a claw that I can use while I'm putting pressure on. Maybe it'll reduce the friction on my hands, because we don't like that. Got a lot to grind down on this top side. This is 60 grit sandpaper, so I'm checking a lot more frequently than usual, especially for the beginning because the lip is so much thinner. Where the threads are at, it's just so much thinner than the rest of the pipe. So I want to make sure that for this first section, which actually that did well. For this first section, I'm not grinding too hard. I mean, even then, this first section doesn't really matter because we have the valves that screw into here. So once those are all the way in, it's like, you know, the piston isn't going to be moving in this section. It's only going to be moving from here to here. A little bit on that bottom side, a little bit on the far side. Oh, you know what would be funny? I'm gonna put a, let's see, Can I do text? I can do text. Percentage. Okay. Percent ground, is that proper? Ground. Grinded. Grinded. We'll do gotta get the tape measure, hold on. Okay. So we've got, well, it's a 12-inch pipe. We are currently a 1/2 inch. So what is that? What is that? Let's find out. Let me get a calculator. Divided by, no, wait. Okay, that seems right. Can I edit this? Maybe. Okay, there we go. Amount ground. Sick. Cool. Nice. Awesome. Okay. Spots on the top and spots on the bottom. Do my rag. I do have some cutting oil, so that's nice. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Got several spots. And check it with the light. Seems like it's more so down here and right here where it needs to be ground. So we'll try that out for a little bit. So I'm wondering, so this is 60 grit, but it's meant for paint. And I feel like something like that would be better. Though I'm no paint specialist. So I might just have to try it out and see what happens. Maybe. And if I can, okay, I'm just gonna cut that off. It's 120. I didn't even try the 80 grit. Did I? I'm going insane. I think I am going insane. That's the 80 grit, okay. Oh. So what are y'all gonna say when someone asks you what you've been doing all afternoon? Oh yeah, I just been watching this guy grind a pipe. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, he took a thing and he ground it. Okay, this has got to go. It's got to go. Now we have the replacement going, yeah, that direction. I might need to cut some of that off if it's too big to fit in the pipe, but I think it'll be fine. No, I have to cut some of that off. Okay, sick. Put it down, let's mark it again. Went in quite a bit further this time. I'm gonna use a light again. It's pretty even. I don't know if it'll help the sandpaper or help dissolve the sandpaper, but I put a little bit of the thread cutting oil. Hopefully that should help it to maybe go faster. I don't know. But we'll see in about 6 hours when this is actually done. Gotta hire someone. Okay, awesome. Go straight up piping it. Get your mind out of the gutter, man. I mean, I was gonna make like your mom joke, but I actually don't know what the community guidelines say about that. Jeez. That's a tight fit. That's very tight. I've got some shop rags. got some shop rags that I might bring out because these paper towels won't last very long. They're just gonna keep ripping. So it's going in. It's made a lot of progress. I just hope that this progress isn't gonna be like too much, you know? If while I'm grinding subsequent lengths of pipe, I'm hoping that I don't know, the pipe just doesn't want to, while I'm grinding like subsequent lengths of pipe, that the pipe previously isn't ground down more. Make sure that's tight. Okay. Sick. Aha. More paper towels. Yes. All that I can find. I'm gonna need all of it. Okay. Let's see what the battery is. How fast? Okay. Kind of drains the batteries fast. Yeah, I'm gonna grab those rags. This is not working out. If something catches on fire, then like call the fire department or something. Have someone dock my address by saying what, the tree across the street? Sounds great. I got a dog with me as well. I got the dog. Doggy be dogging. That's so much better. Okay. Quite a big, strange. Sick. Amazing. Okay, we've made some progress. It's almost past the valve. Not quite. But it's getting there, so that's all that matters. Now if I can get it out, that'd be great. What's up? Come here. Come. Up. What's up? I got the dog with me. He's just doing dog stuff. Some major points of contact on this side closest to me. So we're gonna pull it this way. That's always fun. Nice. Just take that off. It's like one of those things where I'm gonna do it anyways. Might as well have like what, 3 people watch you do it, so that you make yourself think that you know people. Let me turn this down so it's not overly loud when it's grinding. You make it think like you know people that want to watch you grind a pipe, when in reality, maybe one of the 3 people are watching. And even then, it's like, I don't know, from autoplay. Yeah. Still got a ton of rubbing on this side closest to me. Oh yeah, also it's just clogging the pores. I'm gonna get a water bucket. Maybe I can scrub off, degunk the sandpaper. Add hand effects. It's crazy. Hey, be nice. Oh, come. Boom, come. nice. Okay. No. Some fresh air. Bucket acquired. Okay, the hose is on. So now here's my theory, right? We take the sandpaper, spray it down, and it does nothing. I mean, maybe it does nothing. No, it's doing stuff. Oh, this is paper. Hey, yeah, that's paper. Wow. Would have known that it kind of messes up the paper. Crazy concept, I know, right? Maybe I'll just need to swap out the paper every, like, I don't know, every 2 seconds. Okay. Awesome. Oh. Hey, the hose is still on. So for y'all that the one person who was watching might have seen something funny. Yeah, it's just tearing up. Dang. It is just tearing up what I've already sanded as well. That kind of sucks. I mean, it makes sense, but it kind of sucks. Okay. Might have to take a new approach to this. Okay. because this is not quite working. And I don't want to sand it further than it needs to be, just in case this doesn't turn out well, and I can just reuse the old pistons. But maybe, I kind of hope it'll work. I just, there's no telling. This is kind of the last resort, since I don't have access to a lathe of any kind. So resorting to janky power tools, which is not unfamiliar. So at least I'm experienced in some form of fashion. But with the new sandpaper, maybe grab something to push this through. Just gonna clean out the tube. Make sure it's nice and metal free. It's still gonna suck. It's really gonna suck. Let me rotate this, because the weld seam, I think I already had to grind it down. And after grinding it down, I guess I moved it from when it fell out that one time. What I'll do is just see how much of this takes off without applying any pressure on all this, on any of the sidewalls. Because ideally this will expand just to the, the size of the pipe and knock down the high spots. But the high spots are not very high. I really don't think that 60 grit is worth anything, at least for this application. so. You know, it seems to be taking off some material. I just don't know. I don't know. It's probably just slow enough to where I don't realize it. It's already right here. There's quite a bit of play. And probably not enough for it to matter. Actually, I want to test it. I'm going to put some oil on the piston. I'm going to blow from the other side and just kind of see how well it seals. And I'm sure using something like a graphite grease would be better and make it seal. But I don't have graphite grease. I'm not that bougie, so. If what I've shaved down to make this piston fit, if that's fine, if that's enough, if it still makes a good enough seal for when it's hooked up to steam, I'm hoping, really hoping that I don't have to do anything else. If I can just continue with what I'm already doing. Because it makes it easy when you see the marks. Yeah, let's see. Okay. I'm going to blow from this end. Get some oil in my mouth. Oh yeah, nice and tasty. I guess I can blow from one of the fittings. No, but that'll tear it up. Unless let's see. So what I'll do, I'll leave some of this here, soak up the oil. Keep it at an angle like that so that the oil drains this way. But what I want to see is if my pipe, my little rod. No, okay. Nope. The valve is going to tear up the pipe, so I got to take it out. Put a rag there to catch the drips. But, I mean, just with this, with a thin coat of oil, Feels like it's sealing pretty decently. So we'll close these two ports. Let me wipe out the oil and then blow real quick. Okay. Nice and tasty. I think it'll work. I really do think it'll work. I just I'm not sure, and I'm either gonna mess up this entire project in doing this or make it so much better. And at this point, I'm willing to gamble because I'm losing my mind. I also have the appropriate footwear. Get some nice flip flops on. Seems like it's really rubbing on this top side. Maybe just that. Or I can just kind of aimlessly grind and pray and hope. Annoying thing is when they manufacture these pipes, they'll cold roll it and then weld it. Maybe they'll hot roll it and then weld it. Either way, it welds the metal to metal, but there'll be like a ridge. Here's your pipe going across, just like this bottom part. It'll stick up like too much, in my opinion. I guess it's fine if you're transporting like a liquid or a gas, but we don't like those. We like steam engines, right? For the two people watching, we like steam engines. So, and apparently we also like wasting time. Me grinding this, and I guess now one person watching. Okay. All gonna be on this top side. This is the most exciting thing you've ever watched. Some other guy said it was more entertaining than the new season of Stranger Things. So, I don't know if you've watched it, but I certainly haven't, and for good reason. I've heard it's just kind of. I mean, really, I think they should have ended after the first season, but large corporations have to have their money, so all that good stuff. I'm sure everyone appreciates that. Okay. A lot of rubbing on this top side. This is the piston for the 3 guys that are probably new. Had it machined to a certain size. The pipe is not concentric, so I have to shove this in and kind of wiggle it around, and it'll mar. I mean, it'll just kind of scratch the sides of the cylinder walls, and where it scratches, that's where I'm grinding, because that's where it's making the most contact. So stick this in here. I wonder if this goes towards like my watch hours. That's what I had trouble with the first steam engine video. It got me like 2,500 watch hours. But who knows? Okay, battery 1. This one's done charging, so. And it spins a lot faster, so we might get some more done in a smaller amount of time, but, to what extent will that actually work? Pretty substantial amount. Okay. Getting there. Yeah, it's still rubbing on that top side. I guess I'm not hitting it as much as I thought I was. You know what, Ryobi should sponsor me for how much I'm using, or how much I'm gonna use this drill. Because so far, I mean, it's brushless, so I don't expect it to overheat. But then again, I'm also running it 24/7, so yeah. see, and I might need to change up the sandpaper again because it's already getting gunked up. I mean, it's full. Like it's just gray now. So might actually do. Let's cut some of this off and expose some of the fresher paper. This is, in fact, yes, this is truly thrilling. I'm enjoying this just as much as you are. So, I mean, I hope that says something. I'd rather be doing literally anything else. But, yeah, no, it's still that top side. Should I add more counters? Will that make it more interesting? I have a great idea. Pull up Stranger Things Season 5 on one monitor. Pull up this stream on the other monitor. And then we'll get back. See which one you pay attention to the most. And that'll determine, which one is better. We've officially made it to the valve hole. That's amazing. This is great progress. We've only got literally the rest of the pipe to go. But, gotta look on the bright side sometimes. Yeah, it's time for new sandpaper. She's not grinding. She ain't doing it. We'll reduce this diameter. And then I might do thinner strips. We'll try thinner strips. Just to see if I can target those places a little better. Progress is indeed progressing. I should advertise this as modern art. Just me sitting here and grinding. There's like that one guy who put on a cloth suit and then dipped himself in paint and just kind of, I don't know, had a seizure on a canvas, and they called that art. That was kind of cool to watch. Said the rich people of New York or something. So maybe I should advertise this as modern art. Maybe put some big names on there. I need Banksy. I need Banksy to tune into my stream and just say like, hey, I'll sponsor this, and then, have some high quality art. It's a metaphor for the repetition of life, exactly. I was thinking of something smart to say, but I don't know. Duct tape. Woo. Sometimes when your sandpaper gets clogged, you just got to replace your sandpaper. I don't know what that would be a metaphor for, but it's art now. There we go. Yeah, we're all just grinding the same steel pipe. Sometimes you gotta put sandpaper on your shaft for life to be thrilling. There we go. That's true art. I'm gonna. You gotta quote me on that. I'll put that in a video or something. I can already see metal shavings just flying out of the valve holes. So I really think I just have to replace the sandpaper every like 2 seconds. Make sure these are both clean. Oh yeah. That's okay, that's crazy. Dang. This is the most thrilling thing, is discovering how to use sandpaper for the first time. Hold on. Can I unplug this? No. Oh, yes, I can. Sick. Oh, I was going to show the recording setup, but I think I have sensitive information. So about 2 seconds ago, we were right here. Here's a little piston, right? And now I pushed it all the way up there. Got a whole ½ inch. So I don't know if I was just grinding over here for the longest time and it was getting caught up in this lip. Or, yeah, it kind of seems like it's wiggling now. So it's past the valve. Almost past the valve. So, and it might be because I'm putting oil on sandpaper that shouldn't have oil on it. But I'm gonna plug this back in. Free feet pics. Okay, cool. Take a screenshot while you can. Maybe donate some money, you know. That'd help. Money for therapy after grinding this pipe for, I don't know. We'll see how long this stream is gonna be, but Mountain Ground 6%. Thank you. I'm going to measure it. Not that I don't trust your calculations, but also I have a tape measure. So we're at 10.5 inches. So only 1.5 inches ground. We have 1.5 divided by 12. We have actually 12.5% ground. We've made some amazing progress. Awesome. Okay. Now, see where our markings are. It's going to be on the valve side and along the bottom. So I'm hoping, and it feels like it's tight. Like there's not a whole lot of play. That once I get the majority ground, Then we can I unselect anything? There we go. Once I get the majority ground, then I can take a finer sandpaper and just go over it like a lot, just to smooth everything out, make it as smooth as possible. Hopefully that'll work. I think that's what it was. I think the oil was caking up the grit. So I might be able to go to a lower speed to reduce the heat. No, we'll go high speed. We'll go high speed. I'm actually kind of excited because that was a lot of progress in seemingly no time. Gonna make sure we get all the way in there. Let's clean it out real good. Wipe down the piston, shove her in, and we're officially past the valve, so that's good. We're also officially out of the vise. That's not as good. Let's see. Okay. Please give. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, it's just, again, it's on the top side and the valve side that I need to shave down. Oh, whoops. Is it that loud? Can I cap it? I'll cap it right here. No, that's okay. Can I cap the audio? I'll cap the audio. Let's see. Let's do a research section. How to cap the audio in OBS Studio. Sick. Limiter filter. Right click the audio source, select filters. Okay. Filters. Okay. Awesome. Limiter. Okay. Awesome. Wait. Does that work? I need confirmation. Is that still loud, or should I turn it down? Maybe turn it down a little bit. I just don't want it to cut out my voice when I'm talking over here. Okay, yeah, no, that'll be fine. Surely. I gotta put up the Absolute Cinema GIF or image over all this. Maybe it'll increase the performance of the sandpaper. slower is better. So we're gonna go slow. I mean, or I can just poke a hole through the rag that I have. That's also pretty fine. Okay, here we go. Okay, making progress. And it looks like in the previous sections, let's see. I'm gonna put a light up to it. I'm actually gonna show y'all. I don't think there's a whole lot of light bleeding past. There we go. I'm gonna wipe this off. Let's see. I mean, there's quite a bit, but it's not nearly as bad as the front was. I don't know how else to prove that to you. Still pretty good. Still doing pretty good. Oh, actually, I want to see if I put some oil in here, like that. Kind of twist this around a little bit. Let's see how much of the light actually goes through now. We've got, oh yeah, okay. So that's good. That's really good. And with something heavier like graphite grease, it will seal. Okay. Awesome. I'm going to pull it back a little bit to the earlier section, see if it seals there. So this is before. Got some light coming through. But that's like the really, I mean, that's a really like beginning section. That's not even past the valve. Oh, and I guess there's valve. I mean, there's light coming in through the valve. So let's do it right here. Gonna line it up to where it's just covering. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Okay, hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully it stays that way. Okay. Make sure there's no oil in the area because it seems to be doing better without the oil. Or the sandpaper seems to be doing better, just grinding more and not getting as clogged without the oil. So now it's getting real crusty. Okay, we're getting the method down. Cut off the crusty section. It's what they did to me when I was a kid. When my mom gave birth to me, they cut off the crusty section. Just like that. Throw that away. Put the non-crusty section back in. Leave the non-crusty section alone. Using very professional terminology. I actually need to make sure where it's level. Which okay, this can definitely be smaller. Surely. Okay. Okay. So it's still on the valve side and on that top portion. Which I just want to confirm with the light. Ah, there's no light. What happened? Confirm with the light. It's mainly that top section. So, keep grinding, I guess. It's moving in the vise. Stop moving! I'm sure there's a better way to fasten this. Surely. How about now? It was the same sound. How'd it sound? Pretty good. Maybe. Possibly. No. Don't think the chat's updating. Why is that? I gotta verify this. So we're gonna put this on pause. Yeah, I paused y'all, so you won't see anything. Let's see. Oh, just missed your last message. Okay. Okay. So it's probably delayed. Since I'm not a big streamer. I mean, some guys call me Big Tony, and there's a story behind that. Nothing to do with Big or me really in general, but yeah. Okay, awesome. Back to wired. So how was your day? Oh, I ground a steel pipe all night. It was so fun. Man, I had so much fun. It's from a YouTube video. Oh, you never heard of YouTube? Oh, well, you might as well hear about YouTube, man. You gotta hear about YouTube. It's the greatest sensation. It's the best sensation. We all love YouTube. mean, I could be studying for finals right now. But, I mean, obviously I don't like time management, I guess you could call it. Yeah, it's rubbing on the valve side, rubbing on the top and bottom. And I think it's mainly the top and bottom. Pipe drilling ASMR on for the almost 2 hours. Has it been going on for 2 hours? Surely not. Surely not. Is that how fast time passes when you're just droning, just drilling away? That's what I should rename the video. I should call it Pipe Drilling ASMR. Is that more boring than grinding a steel pipe? I mean, drilling a pipe, at least you have like, I don't know, you have to keep the bit straight. At least you can do more that like you punch the hole first so that the bit wants to go into the hole. I mean, with like a center punch. So it doesn't walk all over the place. I would say personally, it's a lot more fun than grinding a steel pipe. Because grinding, I mean, there's nothing to it. At least with drilling, there's like an end to it. And there's tools actually meant to be used to drill stuff. But, yeah. Okay, we've made some pretty good progress. Ten inches. Ten divided by 12. Nope, wait. 2 divided by 12. There we go. We are at 16.7%. Which is almost a quarter of the way there. Which a quarter is like a halfway to halfway there. Which means we're practically done. I mean, we're basically done. There's not much else to it, right? I don't have to do this for the next. I mean, I also have free will. I could go to Taco Bell right now. At least I'd be eating food, you know? Starving myself until I finish grinding my pipe. You know, that sounds horrible. That sounds awful. It sounds horrible taken out of context. Grinding my pipe for 3 hours straight with no oil. With no lubrication. There we go. Well. Okay. Still rubbing on the valve side. And still rubbing everywhere else. Sounds great. You guys like grinding your pipes? Huh? You wanna tell me about it? Tell me all the details. I love grinding my pipe. Such a fun experience. I'm also intentionally doing these breaks so that I don't like kill the drill. I'm sure if I don't know, zip tied the trigger of the drill to the to itself, just zip tie it closed. I'm sure that would be amazing for the health and longevity of the drill. So. Grinding my pipe featuring Ryobi drill. That sounds like a video that I would not want to watch. If you're inclined to think that way, you know. If you don't get the reference, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, less rubbing on the two that I ground down. That's still way too much rubbing. Okay. Okay. Are those opposite? No, they're not. Wish they were. I'll get some big guys in here. Featuring a Chromalock. I'll invite them. Let me give them the link. We'll pause. Let's go to Discord. No, let's go to YouTube. Yeah. See how delayed it is. Got it pulled up right now. 4 likes already. This is awesome. Yeah. Okay, so it's about like it's about 20 seconds delayed. Let's see. Copy. Y'all wanna watch me grind my pipe? I'd be grinding it so hard. Sick. All right, we got the feedback. Yep. What's up, Chroma? What's good? This is the most entertaining thing you'll watch. I'm taking this contraption, right? Got a Ryobi brushless drill with some sandpaper wrapped around a, what is this, 3/8 inch, 1/2 inch steel pipe. Got some of this off so that it'll grind. And just going to town. Hope I enjoyed grinding my pipe. Thank you. Thank you, Maker. I wouldn't wish watching this upon any of my enemies. But you know, you have the option now. You can watch at your own risk. Or pleasure. I mean, maybe give it some time. This will be a popular subsection of YouTube. It's just grinding pipes. So. Okay, that does pretty well. I love when when I change the sandpaper, it has, I mean, dust flies everywhere and I'm probably inhaling. I should wear a respirator. I mean, or I can just get, like, you know, some lung disease. But I love seeing when you replace the sandpaper, it just goes so much deeper. I think it went like a 1/4 inch there. Gotta see where it's rubbing. Bring the light in. It's rubbing, wouldn't you guess, on the valve side, on the top side, and on kind of this corner. Now we get to grind again. Okay. Let's check it. Check the progress. What are some recent events that went on? I actually don't know. I've been so out of touch. I'm sure they passed a few bills that are controversial. Controversial? But, oh, sick. Still not a whole lot of play, which is great in the previous section. So I think this is, I really hope this works. I really hope this works. I also have to do it for this pipe right here, the small one, where the valves are, which shouldn't take as long just because it's smaller and it's shorter. And I think my little attachment will still fit. I just don't need as much duct tape. Yeah. See, that'll still fit. It's going in just fine. So that's the main issue though, is the valves. I can get this to seal with some sort of gaskets and washer contraption. And I did it before. I actually have some footage of me through one of the valves sucking up a piece of paper and just holding it, just because of the amount of like vacuum there is and the seal that it creates. So the valve, I mean, this is kind of just the test run. If it works, it works. That's great. I don't have to do any sort of gasketing material. If it doesn't work, then that kind of sucks. I'll just go back to the original washers. But if it does work, then I can use the same method for the valves, the valve piston, or the valve cylinder. I mean, valve pit. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Building a steam engine. So nice and tasty. Okay, pull that out. We'll check again. And it's actually rubbing in a few more places that I didn't expect it to rub. So I think that means we're getting somewhere. My rag. What this allows me to do is record something that I can put in my video when I actually make it. I'm sure that will get more than 4 views. So I'm hoping that's not. Oh no. I've discovered something. This is not, because of the pattern on the threads, this piston, when I rotate it, if you look closely, you can see it kind of wobble side to side like this. I don't think that's enough for it to actually matter. But it does cause some issues with sealing, even though it's probably going to seal anyways with some sort of grease. Mark the inside wall. Get our light over here. Take a look. I think it's probably good. I'll just keep on going. Might replace the sandpaper again in a second. Cool. Cool. Might use the restroom in a second. Y'all will have to make this entertaining. As to not scare away the 3 viewers here, you know? Keep each other accountable. It's a discipline. You're fasting from entertainment. You should look at it that way, man. If you force yourself to watch this kind of stuff, then in the future, maybe, I don't know, you'll find things more enjoyable. Okay. Awesome. Okay, it's getting to the point where I can't really see what's going on. So what I might do, I just want to see if this will do anything, because I've seen people do it online and it kind of works. And usually you'd use some sort of abrasive something or other, but in this case we're using cutting oil, which has no abrasive in it. But maybe, just maybe, we'll kind of smooth it out, at least show us where it's rubbing. Maybe grind down the piston a little bit. Let's see. Oh, right. Yeah, you can see where it's grinding. At least right there it's free, so what I might do when all is said and done, I might get some sort of paste and run through it with the drill, with the piston on the cylinder. Came back from dinner and dude is oiling up his pipe for real. Yeah, I'd be grinding on my pipe as well. You gotta oil it before you grind it, so hopefully that kind of shows me where it's binding up on, which it does. Not well, but it does. So I'll just replace the grit, replace the sandpaper, try again with a new piece, nice and fresh. It's kind of great live streaming because then you can talk to yourself. And sometimes, you know, you chat, but you can talk to yourself. And anyone listening will think you're schizo, which you might very well be schizo. So it's just an excuse to say that you're not schizo, even if you are schizo, if that makes sense. So if I tell my neighbors that I stream often, I can just, you know, talk to myself the entire time. They won't question it. They won't, even if I'm not streaming, they won't question it. Because I've already told them that I stream, right? It's like the ultimate medication. I mean, it's impossible to diagnose, you know? And if it's impossible to diagnose, it means it's not there. Guys, ignorance is bliss. This is what the wise people were saying. I might need to cut this in half. No. Yes. Yes, I do. No, that's not going to cut it. Okay. Let's do this like last time. Just use the halves at a time and then kind of shave off as we go. I need to update the percentage. So we've got might have to, yeah. Okay. So we're right here. Nice. Made some progress. And that is almost 2.5 inches. Oh, you can't see it. Almost 2.5. It's 2 3/8. We'll call it 2.5 just for fun. Do the math. All the fun math. 2.5 divided by 12. We are 20% there, 20.8. 20.8, perfect. Nice. 20.8%. Stick this back on the drill. Actually gonna take a restroom break because I gotta go because it's been too long. It's been like, what, 2 hours? Great. Got myself a snack. It's an RX bar. And it's definitely not my brother's. It's great. Okay. We're almost out of battery. I mean, we're halfway, but making good progress. Okay. These are impossible to digest, I swear. I mean, they go in looking the same way that they'll come out. But, oh, come. 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 Oh, come here. Come. I got a dog. I was going to show you. Oh, come. Come. Oh. That's a good puppy. That's a good puppy. They're good puppies. All right. Let's check it. Okay. Wiggle it around a little bit. Sometimes your shaft gets stuck in a pipe. You gotta wiggle it around and pull at the same time for it to come out, you know. So, looks like we're rubbing just about everywhere. That's what it looks like. It looks like we're rubbing everywhere. Just got to give it some good sanding. But we're getting there. Eventually, maybe. Saw a decent amount of debris come out, so. It's like gamble. I don't know. It's like opening a present every time I stick this in, except it's so much less fun. Yeah, we're still binding up on one spot. Might have to stick it back in the drill. Oh, I just love this. Enjoying it so much. Having so much fun. Yeah, I just can't really see where it's marking. What I have, yeah. I'm gonna do the light technique. I'm gonna look at it from the other side and see where the light's coming from. Yeah, it's from the bottom. Okay. It's being blocked at the bottom. Which is nice because I can put a lot of pressure on it pretty easily. Okay. See how that does. Let's see. Let's see. A little further. And what? We were at 2.5 inches. Well, really 2 3/8. We're now at 2 3/4. So about 3/8 of it. Oh, give me 1 second. About 3/8 of an inch further, which we all know 3/8 of an inch is pretty big. At least for me, it's a pretty big size. Stick it in, check the light. Yeah, it's mainly the bottom, but it's getting, I mean, it's kind of weird. It almost feels like the tube is getting smaller. I feel like it's going to take a lot more grinding from here on just to make any reasonable progress. Let me see. Roughly there is where we need to be. When I stick it in. nice. I feel like I should put like a visual indicator on here. Like an O-ring. Though I don't have an O-ring. I'll put a piece of tape on it. Just to kind of show where we're at, where we're hoping for, where we're whatever. There we go. Nice. Check it from behind with the light. This is getting so much more fun every single time I do it. A lot of fun. So much fun. Oh, it's great joy to grind on my shaft. I mean my cylinder, sorry. Grind on my cylinder with my shaft. With my shaft. Okay, I see. Here's the game plan. We have no game plan. That's the game plan. It's gone approximately nowhere since the last time we checked. So that's some pretty exciting news. It's probably time for some new sandpaper. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I could do that. That's fine. Okay. Sick. Obese. It never occurred to me that literally anyone can be watching this. Could be some interesting members of society. Maybe some that are put on lists and do some interesting things in their free time on their computers. Could be an 80-year-old guy. Aiming for, and that's where we want to be. I'm also going to tape. I think this will help kind of indicate where we are, or where to aim for, where to sand. I'll show you in a second. I put tape on the sander itself, which goes in line with the tape on the piston. You can't really see that. There we go. So that'll give me a guesstimate on where I need to be in the pipe. Other than that, it's just still grinding from here. Be extra careful with the fresh paper. still at the same spot. Still. Oh, and it's just the bottom. Ryobi should sponsor me. The drill isn't smoking. This is their durability test, unofficial. Could probably take clips of this just whenever they want. You know. Test again. Test again. Pretty good improvement. I think there's still some stuff on the cylinder. Okay. Pretty good improvement. And it's still on the bottom. Still on the bottom, okay. Might turn around just to get some more weight into it. I mean, no, it doesn't need more weight. Yep, I heard it. Battery number 3. Put this one back on the charger. A nice fully charged battery. Stick that on there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grind my pipe. Dude, I should quit my job, the job that I don't have. I have 2 jobs. I should quit it to pursue a career in throat singing. Come on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to rotate the pipe so that the weld seam is on the bottom. That way it's easier to index, so to speak. Because that's where all of the, that's what needs to be shaved off, is where that welding seam is. Okay. That's tight. I'm going to double check with the light. Okay, no, we have a different point of contact. So it's not the welding seam. But it is close. It's close to the welding seam. Okay. Okay. Sandpaper. Get my rag. I wonder. Wonder if a lower speed will make it grind faster. 20% of the pipe has been cranked now, and in fact, it has. I'm going to remeasure because I want to put numbers on the screen. Because I don't see any visual difference, but it might just be me. In any case, I'd like to remeasure. So here's our previous tape. Exceeded that by quite a bit, actually. Alright. Stick it in, wiggle it in. I'm going to reapply the tape. Take it out. The moment of truth. How much of the pipe has been cranked? All right. 3 1/8 of an inch. It's not focusing. Focus. 3 1/8 of an inch. Crazy. See, 1/8 is like 0.125, I think. So we'll do 3.125 divided by 12. We have 26%. 26%. 26.1. 26.0. Right on the money. Cool. So I'm going to take my rod. You got to compare sizes, you know. I'm going to move my tape down. There we go. Okay. That's... We'll put it in the middle. Okay. We have the shaft indexed. Stick this bad boy back in. Oh, actually, hold on. What I need to do is make sure that the spot hasn't changed, because I could have just ground down the spot. And even though it is part of the issue, it might not be the only issue. So, yeah, I know. Top and bottom, it seems like kind of all over the place right now because it's so out of whack. But we're past the quarter mark, which is not very exciting at all. That means however long this video's been up, what, and 2 hours, 3 hours? No, we're not making it. We're not making it. We're back on fast. Put it on gone. There's some on the top. Okay. Oh, shoot. All right. Okay. Want to be extra cautious because I can't ungrind any of this. You can't uncrank the shaft, man. Okay. I wonder if that's something that I can squeeze out. I wonder why it's like that. Very odd shape. Yeah. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck so bad from here on out. Gotta do it. Gotta do it to satisfy someone or something. Yeah, I'm gonna wear sanded the piston down rather than the pipe. No, because the pipe is not concentric. So these are machined. PCBWay generously sent these over. These are machined. These are completely concentric. The inside of the pipe is like an oval. So this being, I'll actually show you. This being a perfect circle or near perfect. Let's see. Even though it's a perfect circle, the inside of the pipe, there's parts touching. Those are the parts that I need to sand down. It'll make the circle more concentric. So, I mean, this is like a hot or cold rolled piece of black steel. It's probably used for gas pipes. So it's kind of like, I mean, there's not much you can do without a lathe. So yeah, that's the predicament. That's what I'm doing. See if I missed any important texts. No important texts. Okay. Sick. Okay. Awesome. Man, someone said at the beginning of the stream, it seems like the pipe grinding has stopped. You know, I wish it did, but that was the beginning of the screen. It had just started. So stream froze. Oh yeah. I fixed it. So I hope that makes sense to some degree. Worst case scenario, all whatever 6 to 8 hours that I'm spending grinding this pipe. Maybe I taught someone something. Something about being concentric and stuff. So jam that in there. Yep. Nothing changed. Yay! Hey, it's so fun. I love this. Get some more of that pipe action. So keeping on. So here's the thing, since since having this pipe completely just like drilled out to a perfect size and then grinding down washers to fit accordingly, that would be super easy. It just would be very expensive, at least for what I have right now. And right now, this is more like a proof of concept than anything. Like, nobody in their right mind builds a steam engine out of Home Depot parts. But yeah, this is more of like a proof of concept, and PCBWay just so happened to reach out to offer some sort of service. So I was like, hey, manufacture a cylinder. I mean, I need, not a cylinder, a piston. Manufacture a piston. So now I can use a piston as a reference point, and now it's just easier to grind down the cylinder that way. And I'll have to do the valve cylinder as well. But as for why I didn't just grind down the piston, it's because I have no choice. If I grind down the piston, it's going to make a worse seal, even though it would fit all the way through. So, just so it seals properly, after I put some grease in there, it might seal pretty good for what it is. Still, it's like, I kind of have to do with what I have. It's got a lot further. Can update the percentage. It's a pretty sizable difference. Let's see. Shove it in. Retape it. Let's pull it out. Okay. We are at almost 3.5 inches. Awesome. That's nice. That's good. Do some quick math. 3.5 divided by 12. 29.2. Rounding up. Nice. 29.2. Okay. Cool. Let me transfer. My other indicator fell off, so I don't know where to grind, but let me transfer this to this pipe right there. Okay. Now I know where I am inside of the cylinder. I think it's probably time to cut some of this off. Use the rest of the paper and probably bring out the second sheet of 80 grit. Okay. Sick. This is awful. This is horrible. I don't like this. got new papers, so I want to be careful to not shave off too much. Let's clean this out. Make sure this piston is clean. Maybe there's some rough edges on the piston itself. Okay. Check with the light. Still the same places. Okay. What I'm gonna do, and I might regret this, it's gonna be different. I am going to try to squeeze it back into place. Oh, and actually, hold on. That might work out great. It's right here where it's very like oval. I mean, it's very, very oval. So that actually makes it easy to find because it's right where that bracket is. So I'm gonna see if this does anything. Get some movement. Okay. Something to protect my hand. And I'm moving the whole bench, okay. I doubt that actually did anything, but I am curious. Jeez. Okay. Okay. I'll clamp this back in and recheck with the light method. I don't think I can alone bend a vise. I mean, bend some steel with just a vise. Still gonna have to take the long way around. This sucks. I hate this. I don't like this. I should have bought some higher grit. I'm actually tempted to go back once this is gone. Go back to the 60 grit just to see what it'll do. I don't think I've tried that without the oil, but I think maybe even it being for paint, maybe it'll be faster. Still got some life left in there. But I really want to try out the 60. It's a sign. I'm going to the 60. This keeps coming out of place. Okay, let's not do that. Okay. All right. This is as long as we're getting. It's not very long. I mean, it's pretty huge, but it's not very long. It's my favorite pastime. Sitting down with a nice bottle of water, grinding a steel pipe. Okay. I want to start on the first setting just for the 60 grit, just because it's not meant for metal. I don't know, maybe. Maybe that did something. Maybe I shaved too much. I hope I shaved off too much. At least then I won't have to touch this thing for much longer. Oh yeah, okay. Oh wow. In just one pass. You have our old marker, which is right here. And you have our new marker, which is where my thumb is. Wow, okay. Yeah, I've just been taking... Okay. Once it goes all the way in and out, then I can just go over with the 80. Just smooth everything out, and then maybe the 120. I don't know if it'll be needed. I think maybe actually having more scores in the sidewalls of the cylinder, maybe that's a little, I don't know, a little more beneficial. But as for the sandpaper itself, looks like it's been holding up pretty well. So let me adjust my marker. Hopefully by the end of this stream, can do some pressure testing. Just seeing how much of a vacuum or how much it blows from either valve. Maybe put some oil in there. Just kind of mess around. So it's going to take a while to get to that point. Oh, Discord defined devices on my local network? Sure. Okay. We'll try that out because of how aggressive it is. Still don't want to shave off too much. My rag is nice and white. I mean, a little bit of yellow, but nice and white at the beginning. That's all crusty. Nice and crusty. Okay. Go ahead and move. Lost my marker. Lost my indicator. I'm gonna move my indicator right there. Okay. Awesome. We are now at 4 1/8 of an inch. 4.125. Okay. 4.125 divided by 12. 34.4%. Over a third of the way there. 34.4. Okay. Okay. Let's check my messages. Who? Okay. Cool. Okay. If I'm to guess, yeah, same places. Actually, no. Most of the contact is right here and right here. Yay. A little bit of variation. Sandpaper's still going strong. Let me transfer the indicator, move it down a little bit. It's right there-ish. Don't tell me where the middle of the sandpaper is. He's like almost robotic now. I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to be done. I'm so tired of this. Try it at speed 2. Clean the pipe. I might actually, let's see. What's the damage? No progress. None. Nothing. At all. Okay. Sick. I'm overjoyed. Okay. Might have to take a break. Come back later. I'm getting hungry and it's getting dark. I don't care about the dark part. I just care that I'm hungry. Oh, actually, I think it's just because his nut's coming loose. That's probably why it looks like there was no change, because I can't really maneuver it into the place that I need it. Okay. No, there's just no change. Okay. That's fine. Just for fun, put some of the cutting oil in there, spill a ton in the process, because that's what we do. Move it around. I think once this is done, like once I can move it somewhat freely all the way there, if I get some sort of like the cutting grease or whatever, I think the cutting paste, if I put it in there, attach this to a drill, and then just go through it, I think it'll be, I mean, just perfect. But right now, it's pretty smooth at the start. Just kind of catches near the end. I mean, it catches anyways, but it's progress. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some food. It's getting so, it's getting a little late. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. This looks horrible from y'all's angle. Oh yeah. Got that pipe cleaning action. I like to lean up on it. Oh, that's horrible. That's awful. I was working that thing for real. For real. Working that thing. I'm glad someone's watching. I know your real name. I know your username. That's about it. Maybe it was better on the lower speed. Maybe that's why. working it. Be working it. What's your favorite music? I gotta find some music for the next stream. Whenever that is, what, like 2 years from now? Okay. Getting somewhere. Definitely getting somewhere. I do need to find another wrench, though. Actually, I've got some, yeah. Okay. Got one of these. There's so many different names for it. Depends on what you want to call it. Nice grip, keep it nice and secure. Like that. Oh, nope. Yeah, lock that. Lock that. It's gotten 80 separate views so far. This stream has 80 people have seen me grind at my shaft. Oh yeah, this can be tightened quite a bit. Unless I'm stripping it. Am I stripping it? I might be stripping it. I hope not. Good. I'll link my address and then everyone can send me food. Yeah, it's time for some new paper. Only now is it kind of starting to get clogged, which is nice. So I'm going to cut off what I can without exposing the tape. See what we can do with that. Yeah, we'll see. Put it on 2 again. I don't even want to try for 1. Okay. Check again, make sure I'm not damaging anything. Point to beat. A little further. You know what it is? It's mainly right here. I'm going to focus all of that force into it. Let's see. What did I just say? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, down and towards me. And then, depending on how much that does, I'm going to change up the sandpaper. Because that new one just tore through. That new one really tore through. Really liked it. So, let's see. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's see the damage. Yep, okay, yeah, it was that. Yeah, okay. I just needed to target it. It went another 1/4 inch, which is nice. And I think yeah, now it's just everywhere again. Dang. Fucking shuck. Don't like this at all. Put some lube on the piston. Nice and lubricated. I wonder if I started from the other side. That'd be better and easier to put weight on and kind of control. And then I could just meet in the middle, because right now, I mean, it's almost at 4.5 inches. With this being a 16-inch pipe, it's like that's basically halfway. Yeah, I'm gonna flip it around. I have to. I gotta spice it up, see some improvement. Because it's brutal. It is brutal right now. I doubt it'll even fit for this first section. Yeah, no. Well, I'm going to tear up the rest of this paper and then probably replace it. I mean, I don't know what else I would do. Oops. Okay. Go pretty aggressive at the start. Just because it doesn't really matter. But, I mean, it's starting to, I mean, it'll stay in there, so that's good. I'm going to get points of contact, which it seems to be right here and here, respectively. Grind those down. Keep on going. Keep on going. Sounds like the battery's about to go out, so I'm gonna have to get the new one pretty soon. Putting quite a bit of pressure on it. Let's see if that. No. It's not great. Not great. My dog's fussing. What you fussing about? Come here. Come. Come. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. Up, up. Yeah. That's a good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. Oh, say hi to the camera. Get him. Yeah, get him. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. You hungry? I'm hungry. He's hungry. He's hungry and I'm hungry. I gotta pick this up later. I don't think I can do much more of this, man. I'm gonna lose it. Yeah. I think that's what we'll do. I'll pick this up tomorrow. Maybe put on a podcast. Put on some heresy. There we go. Put on some heretical podcast. Get all the attention of the people. Lots of comments, lots of discussion. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I'm glad at least one person stuck around for a decent amount of time. Thank you to the one person. So, oh yeah, my back. That's nice. Okay. Well, I'm gonna end the stream. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna adjust the. Let's see. I'm gonna adjust the percentage ground first before doing anything. So we are at 4 3/8. So if an eighth is 0.125, that's about 0.375. I mean, that is 0.375. So 4.375 divided by 12. 36.5. That's it. That's the ending number. That's where we're gonna stop. Too much for me to do in a sitting without keeping my sanity. So, okay. All right. End the stream if I know how. Took me forever to get it set up. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't know how to end the stream.